In this session, we're going to be learning how to create an audio click during recording and playback. It works like a metronome that you can use as a tempo reference when you're performing and recording. Pro Tools handles this by setting up a track with a click plugin. You don't actually need to insert the track. There are other easy commands you can use. For example, the transport window gives us some easy-to-use controls. Let's make them visible by selecting our MIDI controls from the View menu. OK. Let's show the counters as well. The second icon from the left shows an old-fashioned mechanical metronome. Now, unless you had piano lessons in the 80s, you might not even know what that is. Well, you click on it to enable metronome clicks. If an icon is blue, that means it's active. And it's going to click according to the BPM shown here, which you can change as we discussed in our tutorial on setting tempo. With the metronome icon active, when I press play, I'll hear the metronome clicking. Let's stop it. Now, what if I don't want to hear the click during playback? And what if I don't want to hear it while I'm recording? Because frankly, it can be kind of robotic, but I do want a good count off so I can get a sense of the time. Well, there are a few useful parameters that we can control. Double-click on the metronome icon to open the Click Count Off Options dialog window. Here we can select whether we want to hear the click during play and record, only during record, or only during the count off. If you're using your MIDI controller for your click source, you can enter some values here, the note, the velocity, and the duration of each click. Your output is the MIDI device that's receiving the data commands. In my case, it'll be the Korg Triton, and then I select the channel where I can receive data. For the time being, we'll be using the default click. Down below here, I've got some count-off options. I can choose to hear my count-off only during record, which is what I've selected, and I can also choose the number of bars. I've entered 2. When you're done making your changes, click OK. Let's cancel out of this, actually. We didn't make any changes. Here's a quick shortcut for enabling and disabling your count-off. Simply click on this 2 bars button. If you double-click on it, you'll open the same dialog window. Click OK. Now, since I'm using Pro Tools' default click plugin track, I can also modify some additional parameters from the plugin interface. Let's go find the plugin interface. We have to open the Mix window, select Window and Mix, or of course my shortcut, Control equal or Command equal. The first track on my left is the click track. Scroll up to see the first insert slot where the click plugin is inserted. I click on it to open the plugin interface. Let me drag it into our viewer here. This LCD display light blinks along with the clicking. Here we can adjust the volume for the accented and unaccented clicks by using these sliders. I find it generally helpful to have the unaccented beats lower in volume. It seems less robotic. You can also choose one of the factory preset beat tones. Let's check some out. Ooh, I like marimba a little bit better. Let's just edit the volume. That's for if we really need some help keeping rhythm. Okay, let's stop that. And let's close our plugin interface. And this concludes our tutorial on using the metronome click.